What's going on, man? What's going on? Got another story time for y'all. I told y'all, man, I'm hitting y'all with these, man. Okay, so this story time is when I was on the run already for my juvenile probation, and basically I caught a home invasion on some bullshit, man. I ended up getting it dropped to entering the dwelling on owner's consent. You know, they hit me with escape because I was on the run. But so anyway, right? Okay, I'm at my baby mama house, right? I'm on the run. This July '06, right? Okay, I'm on Burla, 40-something Burla. That's all I'm gonna say, right? I'm on 40-something Burla. This female, this female, she braided my hair, right? Now, my baby mama lived around the corner, right? Well, my baby mama lived around the corner, right? So, I was on the run, so I was, staying with them while I was on the run because every time I go to my mama house, somehow the police would find out I was there and they'd come trying to kick in my mama door, right? So I was staying with my baby mama. Now, on this particular day, my baby mama, she got a problem. She didn't want me to leave, right? And I should have listened to her. So my guy at the time, he come by and come get me. We go back on Burla, right? Okay, so I'm at this female house. She braided my hair, right? My guys, they on the porch, right? This summertime. They on the porch, right? While old girl braided my hair, you just hear a lot of commotion, right? A lot of arguing. When I go to the window, right, it's some females that's across the street like fighting, right? The females that they was fighting, they ended up running on their porch, right, and kicking their door in. When they kick the door in, you hear, ball, right? Then you hear the girls say like, yeah, bitch, now you finna go to jail. So the females that ran up on their porch and kicked their door in, the people who house it was, the mama opened the window, and when they kicked their door, she got the shooting at their ass, right? Okay, the police come, take them to jail, right? Okay, well, take the mama to jail. We thinking there's some people in the house. Now, this particular house, right, it was a house full of females. But we thought one of them, they talked to a dude that had some money. So we thought, just like any female gonna be holding some shit for her nigga, right? So when they take the mama to jail, we thinking that it's probably a few more other people in there, right? And I'm like, well, shit, let's run in there. I'm gonna lay everybody down in that motherfucker, So, motherfucker's like, all right. So now, this house, right, is upstairs and downstairs, right? So to get in, and all this shit happened upstairs. So to get to the upstairs, it's on the side of the house, right? So we go in. We get to the house, right? We end up kicking in the door. Boom! When we get in there, nobody's in there. It's dark. I'm like, so what, we in here now? We like, fuck it. Motherfucker get to looking for shit. Now, mind you, right? The niggas, everybody that just ran in this house, right? Everybody don't even know each other, right? It was the summertime and everybody was out there. So when motherfuckers ran up in there, it was like a whole lot of miscellaneous niggas and shit, right? So while I'm in there, I'm seeing niggas all going in rooms, coming out with shit. I'm seeing niggas carrying TVs like, yeah, this me. I'm like, shit, I don't want that shit. Like me, I'm looking for drugs and money, right? I go in one room, right? I see a pelly coat, like for a female. I'm like, oh shit, my baby mama can fit this. I put the pelly coat on, right? Now, mind you, the person that I went in this house with, right? Because I went in there with somebody. Now, if me and you go do some shit, right? And you finna leave out, I'm pretty, like you supposed to, I'm thinking that a nigga gonna come tell me, hey bro, come on, we gone. Basically, when I come out of a room, I see this black ass nigga, he like a young nigga, right? He got a box full of shit. He like, yeah, this me. I'm like, shit, I don't want that shit, woo woo. And I notice everybody, like, I don't see nobody else, right? I just know this little dude. So I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'm finna hit it. Mind you, all I had was that pelly coat. I'm leaving down the steps, right? Little dude behind me. As we leaving out, I see a flashlight, right, outside. So I'm thinking, like, somebody left and went to go get a flashlight so a motherfucker can see, right? Because when we was in there, ain't nobody turned on the lights and shit because that was going to notify motherfuckers. And mind you, this at nighttime. It's like 12 o'clock at night. So we see a flashlight, right? Dude put his shit down. He set his shit down. When he set his shit down, right? I'm like, hold on. I'm like, I peek my head out the door. And when I peek my head out the door, right? I see 2 police. I'm like, oh shit, the police. Turn around. We run back upstairs, right? When we run back upstairs, right? We looking at, now I go to the front, the living room windows. And as I'm looking out the window, I'm seeing police cars smash down the street, right? They ain't even got their lights on. They just smash. And I'm seeing police run down the street with gauges. So I'm like, oh shit, this shit is real. Like, oh shit, they coming here. So, you know, me and little dude, right? Mind you, I don't even know this nigga. We both trying to get out, right? He in one of the side rooms, and he trying to bust the screen out. You hear the police like, yeah, we got one trying to get out right here. So I'm like, God damn, right? So I'm like, oh shit, motherfuckers had heats on them and everything. Motherfucker like, oh shit, motherfucker putting shit up. I'm like, damn, you hear the police like, yeah, they like, yeah, come on out with your hands up, woo, woo. Now, so this house, right, upstairs and downstairs. Remember what I said, right? So the back door is on the side of the house, right? So now the front door is in the front of the house, right? The people downstairs, they door is in the front, and right next to that, it's another door, and that's the steps that lead up to the house upstairs, right? And that's the living room. So I open the door, right? And I walk down a few steps down, right? I can hear the police like, yeah, we finna get ready and kick in the door, woo, woo. I'm like, damn. So I go back upstairs. I tell the little dude, I'm like, man, they finna come up in here. So I notice, right, this house has a balcony, right? I'm like, damn. So I'm like, fuck it. When they kick in the door, right? When the police kick in the door, I'm just gonna come out on the balcony. And while they coming in, I'm just gonna try to jump off and just run. I'm gonna try my luck. Fuck it, right? I ain't got shit to lose, right? And I'm on the run from my juvenile PO. The house surrounded with police. So I'm like, all right. I hear they like, boom. You hear them kicking the door. And then they coming in from the back too, right? So I tell little dude, right, we both standing there looking at each other. He's sweating. I say, hey, bro, it's better one person to get caught than 2. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so yeah, so the police, they kicking, okay, so they running in the house, right, the front and back. I tell little dude, like, hey, it's better if one person get caught than 2. I'm like, you young, you still a juvenile. I'm like, you gonna get out. I ain't. So dude like, all right, because we both knowing both of us can't go on this balcony, right? Only one of us can. Only one of us can get away, right? I got more to lose than him, right? So he like, all right. So when they kick in the door, I open the balcony door, right? So they can't hear. So I go on the porch, right? They don't hear me. I hear them in the house, right? As they making their way up the stairs, all of that, right? So the upstairs is a balcony. Now I'm on the balcony now, right? Now the balcony is wooded, a wooden railing. So you can't just, jump off and shit, right? So what I did was I swing one leg over that wooden railing and I slide the other foot over there, right? So now I'm on the outside. I'm on the balcony, but I'm on the outside of the railing, right? Now all I gotta do is so the house next door, they have a balcony too, right? So I'm like, well, fuck it, I'm finna jump from this balcony to that one, right? I swear to God, I got people vouch for this shit, right? Listen, I jumped from that one to the next, right? Boom. Now I'm at the house next door, but I'm on the balcony still, right? I lay down, right? I knock on their door. I'm trying to knock lightly so the police don't hear me downstairs, right? Some female come to the door, right? I'm like, hey, can you let me in? She like, hold on. She closed the door. A nigga come to the door. It must have been her baby daddy or something. He come to the door. I said, hey, bro, I'll pay y'all, man. Let me in. Y'all could just let me out the door. He like, man, hold on. Slam the door in my face, right? Mind you, I'm laying down on a balcony. As I'm laying down on a balcony, I'm looking at the balcony that I just jumped from. I see the balcony door open. As I'm looking, I see little dude, he trying to do what I did. He come on the balcony. Man, listen, he didn't even make it. The police was downstairs on the porch, right? So they can hear. They step back. Freeze. And yeah, we got one upstairs trying to get off. Don't move. Right? So he's standing there, he freezing. He got his hands up. He looked my way, right? He's sweating. I'm like, I'm like, bro, look, he ain't moving or nothing. When they come up to arrest him, well, they already in the house. When they come on the balcony to arrest him, they see me laying down. You know they gonna look around and they see me on next door on they laying down on their balcony, right? So the police, hey, yeah, we got one next door. Hey, freeze, don't move, right? So I'm like, damn. I hear them knocking. I hear the police knocking on the people's house, right? That I'm at. They don't even want to let the police in to get me. They was like, you can't get him no other way. They like, no, he's on your balcony. Man, look, when the police came and got me and they walked, listen, the people who housed it was, they didn't have shit in that motherfucker. When the police walked me through that bitch to the police car and walked me out, man, listen, they didn't have shit in their house, bro. That shit pissed me off because I could have got away, right? So me and Lil Dog got caught, right? Mind you, he don't know me, I don't know him. So he can't even tell him, he can't tell shit, right? I never seen Lil Dude again. He never popped up in my paperwork. He never popped up in my court thing. They end up charging us with, okay, so they end up charging us with home invasion, right? Because everything that had happened, right? And what they had heard, so they figured like, oh, y'all thought people was here. And the police, they was asking me and Lil Dude, well, they was asking me like, yeah, where's the guns at? I'm like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. They're like, man, where's the guns? Y'all might as well tell us where the guns is at. Because if y'all don't, and this family come home and one of them kids find one of them guns and shoot somebody with it, y'all gonna be charged with it. I'm like, bro, I don't know what y'all talking about. Bro, they kept coming to the car asking me, you don't want to tell us, man? Just tell us where it's at, man. I ain't say shit. They never found shit. Dude never showed up in my court date, right? But like I said, they was under the impression like that we thought people was in there, right? And that it was more people in there. And I ended up finding out who had told. You know, people in there had seen us. They seen a neighborhood watch seen us and decided, oh yeah, they run in their house. They called the police. The moment they seen us run in there, they called the police. So it just so happened the people that was in there with me that left out, they just were so lucky that, you know, they got out at the right time. The nigga that I went in there with, he didn't tell, like, I kind of blamed him because I'm like, bro, you should have told me. Like, bro, come on, we gone. And we leave out together. But I'm going to tell you how karma worked. That nigga that left me, bro, that nigga end up, he in the feds right now. He was all on the news. He ended up doing some counterfeit money shit. He was doing some parking lot pimping, some young hoes, all of that. But so they end up giving me, so for that they charged me with home invasion. I'm like, wasn't nobody even in there? What the fuck? They ended up charging me with that shit, and they charged me with escape, right? Because I was on the run. They charged me with escape for AWOLing from a group home, right? For the home invasion, right? They gave me 6 years. I wasn't giving up. Just wait. They gave me 6 years, right? For the escape, I got 6 months, right? But off a good time, 4 months house of correction. I end up appealing the 6 years, right? When I appealed it, I end up winning. So when you appeal something, you got to know what you're appealing for, right? Now, the thing is, when you appeal something, they can give you more time, less time, or the same time. And like I said, you got to know what you're appealing. I was appealing the whole, like, what? This ain't home invasion. What the fuck? Wasn't nobody in. They ended up dropping it to an internal dwelling without owner's consent. And off of that, I end up getting, when they end up changing all the shit around, I end up getting 3 years in for that, right? Now, I was already on the run from my juvenile probation, right? So basically with adult, they just wanted 3 years concurrent with the 3 years I had left on juvenile. Because juvenile, once they called me, I had a new case. They wanted the rest of their time. It ain't no getting out early. They like, no, we want the rest of our time. You got a new case? Yeah. So I wasn't getting out either way it went. So when I appealed it and the adult sentence, and they said, you know, concurrent, I was like, oh, cool. I'm serving adult time and juvenile at the same time. But yeah, that's how that shit happened, man. I ain't gonna lie, right? I went to jail when I was 15, right? I did, from the age of 15, right, to like 25, altogether, I did 7.5 years in. No, more than that. I did 7.5 years in, and I did 10 years of paper. in Wisconsin, how it works, like, let's say you get 3 years let's say you get 3 in, 2 out, adult, right? 3 in, 2 out. Let's say you do your 3, right? You got 2 left. You got to walk that 2 on the street, right? Let's say you do a year on the street, right? And you fuck up. Well, in Wisconsin, they revocate you. That year you was on the street, it don't even count. They take your street time, however long you was on the street, and they add it back to your probation. So now your probation is extended for however long you was just on the street. So you could, man, it's times I was about to get off probation and got revocated, and they put that shit back on there. But, you know, since, like, I ain't been back on probation, I ain't been back to, like, in jail, like, doing time. Hell no, fuck that. Hell no. And when that shit happened, bro, I ain't gonna lie. That shit happened in 06. I didn't get out till 08 when that shit happened. Yeah, I went July. I got locked up like July, the last day of July. It was crazy. My baby mama I was living with, she was pregnant with my daughter, right? That was my first child. I got locked up July 30th. She gave birth September 17th. So I got locked up she had the baby right after. All I had to do was just wait. All I had to do was motherfucking wait. And I couldn't even do that. I couldn't even do that, y'all. I couldn't even do that. But I came a long way. I used to be a real bad boy. Listen, I was that nigga that your mama was warning you about to stay away from. That was me. I was no good. I was always up to no good. Man. And I told you, I got 5 years when I was 15. So imagine the shit I did before that, right? I'm finna hit y'all with this other quick one right quick, right? So this one I got my mama kicked out her housing, right? We had moved down the street from the Meadows, right? Okay. So me and my guy, right? Now my guy, he would steal his brother's gun, right? And bring it out, right? And I had some shit, right? And we'd come out at nighttime. Now, it's this dude that I went to elementary school with. When we moved over there, I noticed, you know when you move somewhere, you're like, oh, I know him. I went to school with him. Well, it's this dude. He was a foster child, right? All of them was. It was like 4 of them. He was a foster child. And he lived around the corner from there. Now, he lived a few things down from us, right? Now, me and him went to elementary school together, right? Now, let me tell you, when we went to elementary school together, I got in trouble because I ended up, like, I was a thief when I was young in school. I'm breaking people off in school, right? I went in everybody's shit, right? And I found something in his shit, a cake, right? And I stole it, and I hid it in my drawer. At school, they found it. Boom. That happened in elementary school. Fast forward now, right? So fast forward, I'm 14. Me and my guy, right, on this particular night, he got his brother Gage, start off Gage, and I got my shit, right? I don't never take my little brother with me, right? You know, you don't never want to drag your little brother. But on this particular day, I'm like, yeah, come on. So me and my guy, we at the basketball courts, right? It's nighttime. The dude that I went to elementary school with, he up there, his brother, and then it's like some females, right? So you know how motherfuckers be when you're young, motherfuckers trying to impress people, right? So we ain't even pulling no guns out or nothing. So the dude that I went to elementary school with, he walk up, right? He like, oh, what's happening? I'm like, oh, what up? Mind you, so it's females around the niggas. He like, hey, yeah, dude. He like, yeah, him right here. I used to go to school with him. Man, this nigga stole my cakes in school. Nigga, you must have been hungry or something, right? Now, mind you, right, every time I done seen him, I see him like every other day around there. Every time I see him, right, up until this point, he bring this shit up. He say this shit, right? And I'm like, man, this shit happened a long time ago. Why this nigga keep bringing this shit up? So on this particular night, and he bring this shit up, my nigga leaned on me like, bro, you gonna let this nigga keep saying this shit to you? And you know, when my nigga said that, I'm like, and I was childish, right? I'm like, damn. The nigga thought I was playing. His brother even thought I was playing. His brother walk up on me. I'm like, bro, stay out of this. You ain't have nothing to do with this. Dude, so the dude, I'm like, yeah, nigga, woo. He get to hopping up and down, right? I'm you know, I'm trying not to, you know, hit a motherfucker, right? I really wasn't trying to hit him. I'm like, man, go home, bro. He run through the field. At first, him and his brother, they was scared to move. I'm like, bro, go home. He turned around. They started running through this field. When they start running through the field, me and my guy get to letting off, right? Okay. After that, we like, hey, go put your shit up, bro. The police finna be over here hot. I'm finna go put my shit up. All right. He go put his shit up. I go to my house and put my shit up, right? My mama there cooking some chicken. I'm there for a little bit of time, right? Now, while I'm there, I hear a knock at the door. Now, my mama downstairs, I'm upstairs. How the house is, the steps, you walk down, this a whole different house. This ain't the Meadows. It's around the corner from the Meadows. But my mama, she going to answer the door, and I'm at the steps. She make it to the door first. When she open the door, it's the police. As soon as they see me, they draw down. Freeze, don't move. They get me. They take me down. So now that happened when I was 14, right? So that's really why they gave me they maxed me out at 15 and gave me 3 to 5, right? Your first case as a juvenile, you're not supposed to get maxed out. I got maxed out. They gave me the most time they could give you as a juvenile, which is 3 to 5, 3 in, 2 out. It's called the Serious Juvenile Offender Program. Ethan Allen School for Boys in Wells, Wisconsin is closed down. It's no longer open. Now, the only juvenile facility we have in Wisconsin is fucking Lincoln Hills and shit. Or whatever. But yeah. I was bad, right? So that's why they gave me all that time at 15. They like, dude, they put me on county probation for that the shit with at the park and shit. So when I caught my armed robbery at 15, they like, dude, you just caught some shit last year. They banked me. They was really trying to waive me. I ain't gonna lie, they was trying to waive me as an adult. And they like, man, if you get waived, you gonna get like 42 years. Remember, that's how they was scaring young people back then. And they was giving some niggas that, you know. I started to chill though. But when I went to me going to Wells at 15, bro, that's gladiator school, bro. They don't play that shit there. Man, bro, my story time there alone is something serious, bro. From my mama talking to the dude there, right? The dude looked like T-Pain. But yeah, from me hooking the dude and my mama up, and me having the dude bring cigarettes up there to the jail, and he was doing it. Then I put my niggas on him. My niggas was having them pick up cell phones from people, pick up weed. Listen, I went down in history out there in that bitch, nigga. I'm the reason. It was crazy. They ended up getting fired. They ended up catching cases. The bitch Misty that worked there, I'm fucking with her. I'm in jail. I got a bitch in jail that worked at the jail, fondling me. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. I'm like, this is crazy that this is happening. Bro, that shit is true. That shit happens in jail. We going, dog taking us in the basement to smoke. You know how that feel? You in a juvenile facility and you got a pack of Newport 100s? That shit was crazy. But yeah, man, I learned from my mistakes, right? And that's why I'm in my son's life, right? So he don't have to go down that path, right? It's a difference between having a male figure in the house and having a role model, right? Because a motherfucker gonna be telling you, bro, you ain't gotta do that. And the reason why was crazy how I caught my first case is because, and I ain't blaming nobody, right? Because I chose to do it, but I ended up getting into it with my mom's boyfriend at the time, and school was coming up, right? And he was telling me, mind you, I caught my armed robbery case August 30th, right? I got sentenced October 27th. But he was telling me when we was arguing, like, yeah, you ain't getting nothing for school. You got a smart mouth. Mind you, I'm going to high school the next year, right? So I'm like, well, I ain't getting nothing. I couldn't imagine going to high school with the same shit. So I went out and robbed them off. I went out and started to rob. I said, I'm going to get it on my own. And that's what led me to getting caught at the age of 15 and getting 3 in. I mean, getting 3 in, getting 3 to 5, 3 in, 2 out. That's how it happened, right? And you know, I would never, you know, put my child through some shit like that, right? My child, you ain't got to do that. You got to do none of that. I'm gonna show you a better way. And you know, that's what this shit about, man. So the kid, you know, us paving the way so the kids ain't got to do that shit, right? And you know, they say our kids pay for our sins. Well, I ain't trying to have no kids. My kids pay for my sins because I did a lot of shit. A lot. But yeah, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. This probably be the last story time today. I got something for y'all tomorrow. I got a couple story times for y'all tomorrow, man. I got a couple. But y'all be smooth how y'all be smooth, man. I fuck with y'all, man. Y'all keep me going. I don't give a fuck just watching the views. That shit keeps me going. But if y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I keep telling y'all, man, comment, say you fuck with me, like, share my shit. If you fuck with the story I wrote, I mean, y'all heard me say a story time, share my shit. That's all I'm gonna say. Share my shit if you fuck with me. All right. I was supposed to have been like that, bitch. Oh yeah, let me, hold on. Cause people be thinking I'm pump faking, right? Yeah, hold on. See, let's see if we can see what's in there. Oh, you see it? So, hold on. Let's see. I ain't whip up shit. This pure cocaine. Make a break, do a break. This pure cocaine. And I do my thing. I'm just playing. Y'all be smooth, man. Peace.